All right. Peace, family. What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing out there? Can y'all hear me out there loud and clear? Can y'all hear me out there? Just looking for some feedback. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2, family. What's going on? What's going on? So hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this thing straight. Let me get this thing straight. Okay. So we live, Jew. Peace to the family, man. Peace to all the supporters. Peace to all the new people that may be over here from the Rich show that I did the other night. Shout out to Brother Rich, man, and his platform, man. For the new listeners, the new ears, people just getting introduced to Minister Jew. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time over here catching a live, welcome for the first time. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And come over here and get some of this this good news, as they call it. But what's going on, family? Wait a minute now. Can y'all hear me? I see you, Crystal, over there in the chat. Can y'all hear me okay? Y'all, we good? Okay. I just want to make sure we good. I see everybody checking in. Cosmic Sunflower, Mark, what's good? Butterfly Kiss. AJ, what up, sis? Val, the gal, Val, what's up? Jay Jammin, what's up, Rhonda? What's happening? I see y'all over here. I see y'all, man. Let me see who else I see over here. Sharita, what's good, sis? Sherilyn, what's going on? Paul Nesta, what's going on? I see y'all over here. Indigo Earth Angel, what's popping, sis? I see y'all. Sly, what's popping? I see everybody, man. Just want to let y'all know I see y'all, man. So we're going to get this thing started, man. So, man, let me tell y'all, man, like, man, I had something strange happen today. And so I saw one of the members say, man, two presentations by Jew in the same day. It's a rare sighting, right? That's somebody we had class earlier today. We had a webinar today at 12 noon. So that's one of the ambassadors over there talking like that. We were on for about an hour and 15 minutes a little earlier in the day. And so I'm on these YouTube streets. Usually I come on Wednesday nights whenever I do come on over here. But tonight, I had to come on tonight because I had a revelation. And I had something, what Einstein would call spooky, happen to me today. Okay? Hold on, let me see. Somebody look at AJ. I thought I was seeing things. So hold on. Wait a minute. Y'all, hold on. Let me see. Let's see what happens. All right. So y'all, hold on. Just give me a second, cuz. Y'all know how this goes sometimes. I gotta pull this up. And then I gotta go back to here. And then maybe it should be in the window now. And then if it is, we gonna rock and roll. We're gonna rock and roll. All right, so can y'all see my screen? Penny, what's good, fam? I see you over there. Gwendolyn, what's going? Good evening to you too. Johnny, what's going on? What's good? Flanders Cole, what's good? I see everybody. I see y'all. I just want to let y'all know I see y'all checking in, man. Shout out to all the people that's over here with me this evening. Shout out to y'all. So can everybody see my screen? Somebody said that y'all can see it? Are we good? Okay, great. So let me tell you how this transpired today. So this is from my IG page. If you ain't following me on Instagram, please go over there. The Imagination Guru. There's plenty of content over there. I've been dropping gems over there for years. Plenty insight to this phenomenon that I love to talk about, that I love to demonstrate, that I love to teach. If you're new and you're looking to find me on different outlets, check me out on Instagram. Follow me over there. But anyways, I want y'all to zoom in on this individual named ASUGS58, right? This is a new person that's following me. Y'all can see this lady. She looks like she's an elder, right? ASUGS58. Y'all can see that on the screen, right? Can y'all see her there? Somebody give me some feedback in the chat. Can y'all see it? Let's see. Okay. So this sister went back and found an older reel and liked the reel. Okay. As you can see here, right? The last person was Marquita. I think that's Marquita in the chat too. But the last person to hit the like on that reel was Marquita. Now, this sister came, and presumably from Rich Platform, and came over there and hit the like on that video. So that prompted me to go back and watch the content, because I didn't put out so many different themes of content. I'm like, man, I wonder what that was, right? Let me go back and watch it. So it was this video right here where I was talking about the cherubim in scripture and the description of the cherubim, right? So when they're talking about the cherubim, it's like this angelic entity that got all of these eyeballs watching. And they say that the cherubim, all the cherubim do is sit at the throne of God and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, holy, holy, holy. That's their only job, is to give praise and thanksgiving to the source, right? So now that was earlier today, but that had been percolating in my consciousness from that time because I went back to review the content myself. Because listen, I need to be refreshed too. And it's my own content. So I went back and watched the video. So that kind of been like running through my mind. So today I had to go to the west side of Chicago and go pick my children up from my in-law. So I go pick them up and I'm like, hey, y'all hungry? Did y'all eat at Granny house? They're like, no. So we stopped at the Longhorn out in Berwyn, Illinois, before we came back south to the south suburb. So we stopped in there. We had some grub. We eat. We go. I went to get my son a little jacket because it's finna get cool here, like 50 degrees. So we started to buy him a little windbreaker jacket and whatnot. Long story short, we coming back to get on the highway, the 290, to get back to the south suburbs, right? So as we getting on the highway, I just glance at my gas tank, right? The reader for the gas, right? So when I read the mileage for the gas, it say I got 500 miles to go before I'm on E. I had just filled my tank up yesterday. So it's showing 500 miles. So I don't really know what prompted me to look. I just looked, right? But see, I do know what prompted me to look. I don't know why I'm acting. I know why the reticular activating system was preparing me for something that was about to happen next on a psycho-spiritual level. So we rolling. We getting on the Harlem exit, right? We getting on we coming down Harlem, hopping on the 290. So we rolling. I get off the 290. I'm merging onto the 9094 to get to the south suburbs. So I get to maybe like 63rd, right? The sixth. Oh, wow, look at that, Jew, because that's when we took the group last weekend when we had the weekend with the priesthood. We actually went to 63rd Lakefront, Beachfront. So I'm passing the 63rd exit on 9094, and my attention goes back to the mileage on the car, and it still said 500 miles. Now I'm like, wait, Jew, time out. This is impossible. I said, I done drove at least 20 miles. But in that moment, let me show you how spirit works. In that moment, before I glanced over to look at the mileage again, my attention was focused on gratitude and the image of the photon. So for those that don't know, I want to look at this image. This is the first image of the shape of a single photon revealed in a light study. This was revealed back in November of 2024. So the reason that this was on my mind, though, was because of this image from earlier, okay, where this cherubim is all these eyes on these wings is how it's depicted. If somebody drew it out, this is how they say that they would look. Right? So I in my mind, as I'm thinking about that, I'm like, oh, Jew, make the association between the photon, which looks like an eyeball, and in that moment, I was getting into my gratitude while I'm driving, right? And I'm overlapping while I'm driving. I'm overlapping the image of this photon over the sun while I'm giving praise and thanks. Real talk. Right? Now, watch this. Watch. Just follow me. Follow me with this. So first, before we get into the mysticism, I want to just show y'all the science to this. Right? What does it say? It says emotions, specifically the positive ones, like joy, happiness, gratitude, work wonders when attempting to visualize. The opposite effect is true also. When we worry or stress, this actually shuts down the parts of the brain needed to mount an image, right? A. Chanelli, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce his name, worry tendencies predict brain activation during aversive imagery, a study conducted in 2009. I just want to give y'all a sign because I'm rolling. And as I'm thinking about gratitude in my mind and saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, praise, 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 praise to the source, right? I look over and the gas mileage is still on 500. So I'm like, damn, like, what's going on, bro? Like, and immediately I knew it, right? But so I'm driving. That's okay. This is something trying to get my attention. But let me give you some more science before we get into it. Maintaining a consistent emotional output is the catalyst to breakthroughs in remarkable time. I'm gonna read that again. Maintaining a consistent emotional output is the catalyst to breakthroughs in remarkable time. Now, remember what the cherubim do. They only job, they got one job. They don't get no more consistent than this. They have one job, is to remain consistent and constantly give the emotional output of thank you, thank you, thank you, holy, 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 praise, 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 praise. Okay? Hue and cold, strength increases from the motor program. The brain that changes itself was a study conducted in 2007. So let me tell you something. You may not be religious, spiritual, none of that. That's fine. That's why I'm going to give it to you on all three levels. I'm going to show you the science behind this, what I'm saying. Okay? So now this is where, and I was told over a decade ago, okay? A very high-ranking priest, we'll say, told me over a decade ago, he said, Jew, you are a mystic of the highest order. And at that time, let me tell you what he told me. He said, but you're afraid to use what you know. This is what the man told me. He said, you're afraid to use. Why? He said, why is that? Okay? And that changed the trajectory of where I would go from that point forward. So these type of things, all they happen to Jew. Right? Now let me show y'all something. Because I took pictures. This was today. Now I want y'all to follow this. Now, if you zoom in closely on the picture on the left, I want y'all to look at the time. I was doing 64 miles per hour. The time was 5:34 p.m. If you look closely through the window, you can kind of see one of the green exit marks. I was on the expressway driving, right? Now, mind you, when I got on Harlem Avenue, which is easily 20 miles away from 63rd Street on 9094, the gas hand said 500 miles. So I started to take a picture when I still saw the 500, right? But then I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna believe me, Jew, right? They're not gonna believe this, right? Because I didn't capture the 500 to be able to show the 501, because this is theoretically, physically impossible. How am I driving and I'm gaining gas mileage? First of all, when I looked on Harlem Avenue, it was at 520 miles ago. So when I veered over to look, let's just say at about 532, it actually still said 500, right? So then at 534, right? Because that was a phenomenon. I'm like, how the hell am I still on 500 miles, bro? So then when I glanced over again, it went from 500 to 501. So I took my phone out and I took a picture. I said, okay. I'm gonna get a picture of this. I want you to look at the time. Today, Sunday, October 19, 2025 at 5:34 p.m. from my iPhone 15 phone. Now, I want y'all to look at the picture on the right. Today, Sunday, October 19, 2025, 2 minutes later, because now I'm focused. I'm paying attention, right? Something is happening. It's at 5:36 p.m. Now, we're talking 2 minutes later. The gas handing went up again. Now, wait a minute. I'm driving, people. The gas hand goes down. The more miles you drive, it's supposed to go down. It's supposed to say 498, 497. However many miles you're driving, the mileage goes down. So now I'm paying attention 2 minutes later, and at 5:36, I done gained a mile. I said, how is this happening, Jew? What the hell is going on? But I'm thinking, now I'm like, well, what was you doing? And I'm like, I was just doing gratitude practices, Jew. I just had the image of the photon in my mind, Jew. This what was circulating in your consciousness, right? This what was circulating in your consciousness. Now listen. I hear that Putin. I want y'all to see the timestamps. 5:34, 5:36. Immediately, I get on the line with my homie, Noble and Pooh. I said, Noble, this was at 5:40 p.m. I said, Noble, what's 500 in the book? Because I'm driving. Obviously, I'm not in my library. I can't get to my computer. So I said, man, now for y'all that want to know what the book is, it's called the Godwin's Kabbalistic Encyclopedia. So anytime this type of phenomenon happens, we go look to go see what these numbers are, because it's bigger than just 1 through 9. 1 means this, 8, and they're not knocking that because there's some science in there too. But it gets a little bit more meticulous, a little bit more detailed. Huh? So I say, what's the number in the book, bro? I said, what's 500 in the book? Because this is where the phenomenon started. Well, I recognize, I'm like, damn, I've been driving 20 miles, still say I'm on 500. But that was just to get my attention earlier to let me know we're going to come back to this, Jew, because it's a phenomenon about to unfold, and I need to get your attention so that you are aware. So when you see it, you'll know it, right? So he said, I got you. I'll be back at the office in a few. I said, bet. So then he sends it over to me. 500 is Kaf, the 11th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. And look at all these entries for 500. But let's go down. It means to be fruitful and to multiply. To be fruitful and to multiply. Now, in my mind, I'm like, well, Jew, I was just doing the gratitude, looking for increase. Thank you. Right? Now, let's look at this, though, Jew. Because they said cough, right? See, now we getting a little bit more detailed about what's happening, the experience that you having. In Jewish mysticism, the letters of the word cough are the initial letters of the two Hebrew words koach, potential, and poel, actual, suggesting that cough enables the latent power or the hidden power, the dormant power of the spiritual potential to be made actual in the physical. So we talking what, Jew? What's really happening here, Jew? Spirit world trying to get my attention and say, hey, bro, if you want to make it physical from the invisible, right? What were you doing in that time frame, Jew? You were embodying the cherubim. You was thank you, giving praise. The literal meaning of Kaf is palm, which is considered the location where the potential of the yard is actualized. For this reason, we bless children with palms facing them, and we envision God as having his palms over us. For this image suggests the calling forth of the latent power of the Spirit within for manifestations in the physical world. Right? So then I said, okay. Say less. So then now I'm all the way in investigation mode. I say, okay, my members know this. I sent this out a couple weeks ago. We go look at what time frame are these things happening in? So I go pull up the time for where I'm at in location, and it's showing, say it again, to give, right? Exactly. To give is to receive, is it not? So then I go and I look at this thing. I said, okay, well, what time was it, Jew? But if we go back and we look, the phenomenon is happening at 5:34. So we look at this. This is military time, right? Showing different hours of the day. So 5 o'clock is 1700 hours. So this happened at 5:34. So the Saturn hour is anywhere between 5:10 and 6:05 p.m. I said, now damn, Jew, then it hit me. I said they were shook because remember, Saturn represents what? Materialization, crystallization. But the main indicator on Saturn is time. Time. Chronos. Time. So I said, Spirit World came through, right? Gave me all the archetypes of the experience that I was having. Basically, time was moving in because it's still time, because as I'm driving, it's supposed to go down. But instead of going down, it's going up. Right? So I said, oh, okay. Okay. Now listen. Psalms 1 and 2 tells us, his delight is in the law of the Lord, and he meditates therein day and night. See, that's Jew. My delight is in the Lord. My delight is in the I am. Don't get it twisted. Get out of your religious brains. My delight is in understanding the law of this computation, the law of I am. So I'm driving on the highway and I'm contemplating these principles in scripture and the cherubim and holy, 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 and thank you, and seeing this photon superimposed over the sun while I'm driving. And all of a sudden, a revelation pops into my consciousness to give me the insight on what I should be doing next, or what I should introduce to my ministry and my membership as a technique. This is how it happens. These things come through revelation. Okay? So, and listen, I didn't figure out this a long time ago. I don't really question this thing. I be more awe-inspired by it. And so Romans 11:33 tells us, oh, the depth of the riches of both of the wisdom and the knowledge of God. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. So guess what? I'm not going to try to figure out how I went from Harlem to 63rd on 500 miles, 20 miles later, and it's still reading 500 miles. And I'm not going to try to understand how the mileage is going up while I'm still driving. I'm not even going to try to understand that. No, thank you, sir. No, thank you, ma'am. Because see, I know this thing is beyond me trying to find out logically. When things like this happen, you just got to go with the flow and understand a transmission is coming through. Okay? Now listen to this. Because see, spirit, boy, let me tell you. Let me go back. Now I want you to zoom in again, because you probably missed this. I want you to zoom in again. Look what was playing on my playlist as I was driving. Pay attention. Tyrese, his record Lately. Guess what? At the moment, at the very look. Listen, I want you to look. At the very moment where I'm capturing this image, guess what the lyric was in this song that was playing? Guess what the lyric was? Huh? I'll be your wishing well. Tell me what you want. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. At the very moment where this is literally what came through the speaker. I'll be your wishing well. Tell me what you want. And anybody that know Jew know about the wishing well technique. That's like the most famous technique that I got. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up, right? This is how the field sends feedback. And so I was so hyped and excited. I'm like, man, I'm finna pop up real quick. I got to show this to the people. Wow, you ain't lying. I ain't think of that either. It's a mirror. Somebody caught that. I didn't even see that. On one side, I was doing 64 miles an hour. On the other side, I was doing 46 miles per hour. That's a mirror. 6'4", 4'6", that's a mirror. See, that's the boy. This thing, man. This thing is amazing. It's amazing. Say it again, Jay Jammit. It is mirror neurons. Right? They actually talk, when you start to study fourth dimensional thinking and the actual physics behind it, they talk about how that realm is like a realm full of mirrors. And that's not like metaphysical talk. That's like actual physics talk. Right? Going from this to that, mirroring this to that. This thing, man. I'm telling you, man. This stuff's so real that it'll scare you. If you're not accustomed to the type of information, this might scare some people. I can see how it would, because you're like, this is kind of trippy, right? You know, let me go back here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me move that. Can y'all see me out there? Can y'all see me? Okay. Cool. So listen, man. I just wanted to come on here and share this. That's all. I just wanted to come on here and share this. And to remind y'all, listen, consistently give thanks. Consistently give praise. Consistently give gratitude. Okay? Because see, these type of things are more interesting to me. I always say that I'm more interested in the intelligence of this thing at this point. Because I done seen all the manifestations. I done seen the stuff happen that people think is impossible. I done seen that. But when these type of things happen, it's a reminder. Like, bro, listen. This thing is way beyond your scope of understanding, dude. Just take it in as it is filtering through and convey it the best way you can. And so that's all I'm here to do. I'm just a vessel to convey it the best way I can to y'all. You see? Yes, you're right, Val. And the lady who prompted me to even start to contemplate it, to go back and even watch the video. I mentioned her at the beginning of the video, though, but she was the catalyst. You see? And so this thing works in magnificent ways, man. It works in magnificent ways, man. So listen, this wasn't going to be no long talk. I just wanted to come over here and show the receipts. That's it. That's all I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you want to join Minister Jew's ministry / membership at Imagination Guru Ministries, the links are in the description box below. I think we got one more class this month on a Sunday, and I think we got a guided visualization on the last Thursday of this month. So, man, members, I don't know if admin sent the recording out already. If not, y'all to get the one from today first thing in the morning. But listen, man, do some gratitude tonight. Get heavy in your gratitude. Heavy. Be like the cherubim. Thank you. Just for no reason, get thanks. Just be thankful all the time. Okay? You saw the case studies, what it does. It facilitates rapid breakthroughs. Okay? Oh, y'all got the recording? Great. Wonderful. So I'm signing out, man. Peace and love to all my ambassadors. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll catch y'all on the next broadcast. Peace.